Hi, I'm Steve White, and this is my 6th year with Grow Appalachia. And what they do is help teach people how to grow. We have a community garden, and we also have some home gardens. So we supply the seeds, fertilizer, fencing, and the knowledge, hopefully, to help them be able to produce a lot of their own food. And we have a high tunnel here, which we got through Department of Agriculture, a specialty block grant that we've been in. This will be our 5th year. So we've been learning every year a little bit about what to grow and how to grow it. And it's a lot of fun growing stuff and helping people get fresh local produce. And we also try to make money out of the high tunnel by selling at the farmers market and to individuals so that we can be self-sufficient someday. If you want to take a little tour, we'll go around and show you what we're growing, show you what we have been growing. We'll start over here. This is actually our 2nd crop in this row. Well, our first crop in here was early green beans, provider green beans. They germinate at a cold temperature, so we grew a row of those in here, and we've already harvested them. And they produce pretty good. We picked them 4 times, which is really good for green beans. Sold them at the farmer's market. And then when we removed them, we planted the lettuce in here. And that's romaine down there on the end that is a couple weeks older than this. So hopefully we'll sell this at the farmer's market. Clear down on the end is our tiller, which Grow Appalachia bought for us a few years ago. It's a real nice tiller. And we can use it in here and outside, so it's really nice to have that. This is BHN 589s. They don't have a real name, but this is a real good determinate tomato for high tunnel production. They grow outside in a low tunnel or a caterpillar house, caterpillar tunnel. But they're determinate. This is as tall as they get. Most determinants produce for a couple weeks. These are produced for a month or longer, so I really like them. They're real pretty tomatoes too. They're smooth. I just picked a few. These tomatoes here. They grow 8 to 12 ounces. Real nice shape. Real good for slicing, and they can good too. And down on the other end we have 8 heirloom tomatoes, which are German Johnsons. They're a real sweet pink tomato, not as acidic. A lot of people like the older style, the heirloom tomatoes, because of the taste. They're not nearly as productive, but they get really big, over a pound. A lot of them are. They don't keep nearly as well as these. But we grow a few of them just to suit the customers. And 3 years ago, we built a raised bed in here. We used rough lumber out of a local lumber mill, which is real heavy. It's 2x6s, and a whole lot sturdier than finished lumber. We use Pro Mix in there. And then we grow a lot of lettuces, obviously a lot of the 5-star, the multicolored lettuce, a lot of spinach and baby carrots, which do well here. More spinach, onions. We grow green onions in the spring, and we have some now. They're not nearly as good now, but not as productive, but they still grow in here. Even when it gets really hot in here, we can open the sides and the ends, and it's pretty good environment for even a lot of the root crops. We like to trellis everything, obviously. At the cherry tomatoes, we use Hortonova. We found these T-posts that have holes in them, so we can put up 2x2s here to support the plant, and we use tomato clips. All this is reusable, which makes it really nice. We don't have to throw stuff away at the end of the season. We just store it, and then we can reuse it again next year. You want to see the watering system? It's pretty cool. Okay, we have a well about 100 feet from here, and the property owner already had the well, so we put in the water line and electricity. It's all underground, and we put a pressure tank in here. Water comes in here, and to water, all we have to do is just turn on this one valve. The water goes through here, has a filter here to get all the debris out, and then a pressure reducer. And the water goes to the drip lines, which feed all the each row down through here. And we have a valve on each row that if we want to put more or less water on anywhere, like the raised beds, they require a little more water, so we can water them more often. And also fertilize through here. Then we have a suction line. We mix water-soluble fertilizer, and then every 10 days or so we feed the plants with that fertilizer. We use a low tunnel in here. That's what these hoops are. We just leave those up all year. And then when it gets cold, we can put fabric over top of it. And actually, we put grow lights in here last fall, so we extended our season quite a bit longer with the fabric. And it's really easy to put on and take off, so if it gets too hot, you can take it off. If it gets cold, you can put it right back on. It's a pretty simple operation. Pest control, that's a real challenge growing organically because we can't use chemicals on any of our plants, which is a good thing because we don't need the chemicals in our body. We probably get enough of them from all the processed foods and things we eat anyway. But we try to keep the weeds and the grass outside cut pretty low. That's where the bugs like to hide, and then so that's probably the first step, and a real good step in insect control, is keeping the grass and the weeds cut away from your garden. And we try to check every 2 or 3 days for bugs. We've learned over the years how to identify them pretty good. So if you do a regular inspection and you see them before they get out of control, you can control them pretty good. We use Monterey Garden Spray with spinosad, which is a product it targets the bad bugs, the good insects not so much. We try to spray early in the morning and late in the evening so that we won't affect the bees. Some of the products don't bother bees, some of them do, so to be safe, we just try to do it early or late. Well, thank you for coming and listening to me, and hopefully learning some stuff from our high tunnel production. And thanks a lot for being here.